What's up, guys? How's it going? MikeTheTech here, and welcome to the first ever loot drop. Not the first ever loot drop Epic Games has had, but my first ever video review of a loot drop. So every month, Epic Games releases a bunch of free assets in partnership with asset creators in the Unreal Engine Marketplace to put out free content the first of every month. And in 2019, it's no different. We have our first set of free content, and it is awesome. So we're going to go through it today and take a look at some of what's involved. If they have videos, I'll show you the trailers that they put up, and or at least a clip from them. You can view the full ones in the link. Or if they don't have a trailer, I'll go ahead and create a little cinematic to show you what their product is all about. So let's take a look at the first piece of content. We have the Autumn Audio Bundle by Hutverev. And if I go over to that page, it's actually a lot more interesting than it sounds. And I don't mean to talk down about the pack, because even if it was just one of these, it would be amazing. But this is actually a bundle of sounds, including the Footstep Collection Part 3 over Glass and Sand, Rain and Thunder loops, which can be very useful, door sound kits, lockpick sound effects, Footsteps Collection on Mud, Trash, and Solids, Old Creaky Tap Sound Kit, Ceramic Tile Impacts, Syringe and Ampulla. I don't know what Ampulla is, but Wellspring Near Industrial Object, Environmental Loops, and Zipper Effects. So these are actually quite a few packs put into a bundle and released for free. It says there's 236 audio waves in this pack. Now I can't play them all for you here, obviously, but 236 sound effects is quite a bit. I believe it comes in at about, well, I don't want to misquote it, but it's quite a bit of content. And definitely add it to your cart. It's free, and you can probably find a use for it. It's sometimes hard finding really good sound effects. So then let's go back to the blog. We have our interactive open world Foliage, Project Nature, and let's just find this. Here it is. This one I'm excited about. This is really, really cool. So not only are there a ton of different types of foliages and types that would work for like autumn and fall, but it's interactive. So I am going to include a video, and you can actually see characters, I mean not characters, well, as your character walks across the grass, you can see the grass moving, and I love that effect in games. So having a bunch of foliage types that work with that, and a bunch of flowers that work with that, is just really, really cool. So that's awesome. And that, aside from having to use like asset packs from Epic's Infinity Blade, I haven't found any really good grass that I like. And I like the Infinity Blade grass because it kind of sways in the wind. This not only sways, but it also has interaction and lighting and shadow effects on it as well. So very, very cool pack. That's probably my favorite one of this pack, I have to say. Alright, so moving down more, we have our small animal behavior pack. And this is kind of interesting. There's squirrels, rabbits, and rats of different levels of polygons, like complexity, and they work pretty cool. It's basically what you'd expect. It's an interaction pack where if you get too close, or an enemy gets too close, and the key word is enemy gets too close, they will actually run away. Any actor in your game that you tag with the word enemy, they'll run away from. So if you're not tagged as an enemy, you can walk among them and they'll just kind of run around you and hang out with you and stuff. But if you are an enemy or marked as one, they'll run away. So it's pretty cool. They have quite a few bits of code built into it, including health systems and ragdoll deaths, which is kind of sad but interesting and cool. So if you have a Red Dead style game where you accidentally run over these critters, it can show them fall over and ragdoll. The next thing we're going to add that's very cool, rabbits, squirrels, and rats. You can pretty much put these into any kind of game. It just fits. And I'm sure you can add different types of animal meshes. Like you could put like a little pig or something like that, and it would work just as fine. So we move down to SDF Robo progress bars, and these are really cool. And the great thing that Christian Komisarek did is he actually created a demonstration level with all of these user interface bars. So not only can you see them displayed, but you can see them in action and show how they kind of fade in and out and all the different effects that he's built in, because you can actually make any one of these completely custom. You can round corners a little bit more. You can change the intensity of the blur. There's so many things that he's built into this, and it's really easy to use. And by creating the demonstration maps, which I'm sure you've seen plenty of, it makes it just so much easier to learn the way that he put them together so that you can incorporate them into your game. I think that's really, really cool. The stylized desert environment by Bad Rhino Games. This is great. I feel like I want to make a racing game just to fly through this environment. It's just so cool. It's basically got 46 game-ready meshes, so that's cool. It seems like a lot more, honestly, because, well, deserts are sparse, so you could create a very large, sprawling landscape with just 46 assets. There are quite a bit of different types, so there's rocks, there's trees, there's plants, things like that. Anything you'd expect to see in a desert. And the rocks, of course, scale, so they can be really huge. They're obviously stylized to not have too high-quality textures. I mean, they're high-quality textures, but they're not too detailed, so you shouldn't have to spend too much time when you rescale them. Excuse me. So moving right on to permanently free content. This is not just going to be free this month, but permanently free. We have Ancient Treasures. I created a quick fly-through video of this Ancient Treasures pack. It has a ton of content basically for Ancient Treasures. These piles of coins are very reflecty to me, but all of the individual static assets look great. And of course you can change the material parameters around to make it not as shiny, but it looks great, especially when zoomed in. And thank you very much to the creators of these assets. It looks like this one has 111 meshes. Yeah, you could create some really cool content with them just because of the style, like how they even have gems and such. Moving on to the FX Variety Pack. This one's really cool in that they've created a demonstration map as well, and then you can see all of these effects. Obviously, I don't have to explain too much about special effects, because whenever there's particle effects, you could basically use them out of the box. And with the particle effects editor, you can change the timings, the sizes, all that stuff, however you'd like. So whenever there's an effects pack, I always pick it up, just because even if you don't like all the different effects within it, you can always customize something to your needs. And Kaki did a very cool job on these. And coming up next is the Industrial Props Pack 6. This reminds me a lot of Fortnite, actually, but it's a collection of props to decorate kind of an industrial or urban environment, a warehouse environment. And I also created a fly-through of this one because they don't have a video linked in their description. So I created a quick video so you can see what kind of stuff they have there. And I believe that's it for this month. So yeah, let me know what you thought. What's your favorite asset that was released? Mine, I have to say, it's probably the grass and the flowers. I know it's kind of cheesy to say, but that can really make a game feel alive. So I think the mixture of having this interactive foliage with the small animal pack will just make things really, really cool. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below, and let me know if you like this style of content, reviewing the content packs as a loot box or a loot drop. I got nothing else. Thanks for watching. Peace.